y'all. I was working on some sewing this weekend. It's Easter weekend here, and so the barn is not meeting today. And I decided I wanted to get a couple of things finished. I finished up, you can see behind me there, that's the Concord Tee by Cashmerette. And then I had cut out a pair of capri pants about 3 years ago out of some cotton fabric. I don't even remember where I got it for sure. And I had never sewn them up. And so I put those together today too. But what I thought I would do is show you some. Hey y'all, it's Deborah. It's Easter weekend here in the States, and for those that celebrate it, and I'm working on some sewing projects. And you can see back here behind me, I finished a long sleeve version of the Concord Tee by Cashmerette Patterns. And then I also finished up a pair of capri pants that I had cut out probably about 3 years ago. I don't even remember where I got the fabric. It's a McCall's pattern. It's 5640, I think. But I had cut a top out of it and then a pair of pants out of it. And I sewed the capri pants up. I can't find the directions for the top, and I don't have all the parts cut out because I remembered that I was going to do, it's like a little sleeveless top, and it's got a yoke, and then it's an A-line top. And I don't have the fabric to do the yoke with because I bought some fabric and I bought it on a whim. I didn't buy it with what I was going to make it in mind, and I didn't have enough to do the yoke. So I wanted to do like a solid colored yoke to match it on top. And right now I don't have the right fabric to do that with. What I thought I would do is show y'all some fabric that I recently purchased from Mood in New York. You know, Project Runway, if you're familiar with that. Tim Gunn always takes them to Mood Fabric. And then show you some patterns that I have gotten recently that I want to make. And then I had some interesting insight this weekend, so I thought I'd share that with y'all. Okay, you may hear Willie scratching at the door. He thinks he needs in here, but he absolutely doesn't. Anyway, so good old targeted advertising got me on Mood fabrics the other day. And I've liked their fabrics for a while. I just hadn't bought any. So I thought I'd share with you what I picked up. I need to get my glasses. Hang on just a second. Don't look at the mess behind me. Like I said, it's a room full of potential, right? Okay, so this first one is a cotton voile from their Hideaway collection. And I purchased 3 yards of this. I thought it was a nice large scale sunflower print. Okay, now voile is a lightweight fabric. You can see through it. So this would be to wear over something else. I have a couple of shirt patterns in mind for this. So I bought 3 yards, and that should be plenty to make the shirt out of. Let's see, does it tell me how wide it is on here? No, but let's see if we can figure it out. So it is about, it's probably 54 inches wide or so. But anyway, so this is a Mood fabric. This is 100% cotton. And yeah, so it's a nice large scale sunflower print. So that's a voile or a voile, depending on how you want to say it. Okay, I'm not even going to try to fold that back up right now. I'll fold it up when I'm done. Okay, then I got some Ralph Lauren knit. So I got just some sort of, this is a heavyweight knit. You can see here it's a 4-way stretch. Okay, and this is sort of a navy blue color, you know, for some basic pieces. I think I got 4 yards of that. And then I got the same stuff. Oh, here it is. It tells on the tag here. This is yeah, this is called Oceanic Blue, and this is another jersey knit. This is a polyester jersey. So this is heavier weight, so this would make a cute knit dress. And I got, let's see, on it, I got, where'd my tag go? 3.5 yards. I think I got 3.5 yards of all these knits, because with the idea of making like a knit dress that you could wear a sweater or something over. Then this was the last of this fabric that they had. This is another voile. This is another voile fabric, and I think there's 2.5 yards of this. It's another botanical print. You can see how see-through it is. So this would be something I would wear over like a tank top, or this would make a cute top to wear over a sleeveless dress also. So yeah, so another botanical print voile. Then this is another knit. This is another Ralph Lauren knit. This is another jersey, and this is called Violet. It's more purple than it's reading on the screen there, but yeah. So, and I think I got 3.5 yards. I only got 2.5 yards of this. I got 2.5 yards of this, but this is 60 inches wide, so this would be pretty versatile fabric. Okay, then this is another voile. I was really into the botanical stuff apparently. This is what got my attention on the ad. This is from a collection they've got called The Garden of Earthly Delights. So this is another botanical print. Okay. I might also make, I mean, I bought enough of a couple of these to make some jumper dresses. I got 3 yards of this, but I would have to wear something underneath it. So this would be something I would wear over leggings and like a shirt, so that you couldn't just see through to my underpants, basically. Okay. Then I got some muslin. They had a deal where if you spend a certain dollar amount, they sent you some muslin. You could get up to 5 yards for 99 cents a yard. And I thought, well, that's always good to have muslin to mock up a pattern. This is another, this is a two-way stretch fabric instead of the 4-way stretch, but this is another botanical print. This is a polyester knit too, so I thought this would make a pretty like maxi dress or something. So it's another kind of unusual print, and I think it's 60 inches wide, and I got 3 yards of it. So this would also make, this would make a nice, I think my intention with this was to make something like a maxi dress, and then I could wear it in the winter with a sweater over it or a cardigan over it, and turn my comb over. And then in the summer make it sleeveless, so I could wear it just as a sleeveless dress. Pretty heavy knit. You can't see through it very easily, so I think it would be good for a dress. But anyway, so that's my mood haul. So we'll come back and look at some patterns that I've picked up. Okay, so I thought I'd show you a few of the patterns that I've picked up recently. I mostly have bought these through Etsy, and I've searched for particular styles of clothing. Like I was looking for a tank top, you know, for example, like a racerback tank top to make to wear this summer. Or I was looking for a skirt pattern for knit fabric because I have some fabric left over from making some leggings, and I thought I might make a skirt out of it. Just some kind of basic staple pieces, and if I have an idea of what fabric that I'm going to use to make these out of, I'll tell you that too. So the first one is the Rivermont dress and top by Cashmerette. Okay, I like the top too, so I could make either one of these. This is the style of dress that I was talking about making with that black heavy knit fabric that I showed at the end. And then this is just a good staple top shape that would go with a lot of leggings or knit or skirts or blue jeans or whatever. So that's a good staple piece there. Then the other thing that I was thinking about doing with that knit fabric, and this is from Ellie and Mac. This is the hipster dress. So it comes in 2 lengths there. I kind of gravitate toward these longer dresses like this. And I've got enough fabric to make out of that black that I have. So you can see there, it's got an interesting sort of cowl neck shape to it, which is interesting. I've never constructed one of those before, but I think that that would be a neat looking dress for winter. And you could wear it with boots in the winter. And then, of course, I have lots of knitted things that I could wear with it too. So let's see, let's put these where I don't have these put together yet, obviously. Then the Aza dress and shirt pattern. This is for woven fabrics. This is from DG Patterns. I like the sleeveless look, and then you could wear like a crop sweater over it or a cardigan with it. You can wear it with leggings. You could wear it just in the summertime with sandals or whatever. So this is for woven fabrics. This I would not make out of that voile because it would be too see-through. But there are some cute fabrics that are out there that would make a cute woven sort of racerback dress. And these are all size inclusive patterns, by the way, because I wear about a 22 up top women's and I wear 16 bottoms. So, yeah. Then this is by Hourglass Patterns, and they don't have a picture for the front, but this is the knitted skirt pattern. You can see there. So I won't show that too much because I don't want to give it too much of it away. But I have some fabric left over from those leggings that I made, and I thought, well, it might be cute to make a skirt out of that. We'll see. I don't know. I might make a shirt out of it. I don't know yet. Then one of the things that I think would work well for that wall is this. This is from So Liberated. They're the ones that do the Hinterland dress and the Otis overalls. If you've seen Amy Beth's Otis overalls test set that she did. This is the matcha top. Matcha top. Okay. And it is a gathered top. Let's see if they've got I don't think they've got a picture of it all put together here. It's just you can just see the photograph, but anyway, so a nice button-up top. I think that would be really pretty in that voile fabric. And then you could wear a tank top underneath it, or a camisole underneath it, and it would be really pretty with blue jeans or with a skirt or something like that. The other thing I got from So Liberated so far, and I've got some others that I haven't printed out yet, but this is the schoolhouse top. Yeah, schoolhouse tunic. I like this long length for leggings, for wearing with leggings, but it would also work well with jeans and boots. It's kind of a neat looking top. I don't think the voile would work as well. It might work okay for that, but this looks like it needs something with a little bit more body to it to me, to look right. We'll see. So yeah, that's also from So Liberated. Oh, I made 2 copies of that Rivermont dress pattern. I must have really liked it. Then another one is the, this is from Ellie and Mac. This is the, excuse me, the adult breezy top and dress. So this is another knit pattern. So you can make it in these different ways here with sleeve, short sleeve, sleeveless, and then the dress, the longer length dress there. It's got like a interesting hemline on it, so it's for something a little bit different. And then the last one that I've got is from Itch to Stitch, and this is the Montana shirt, and it's you can make it as a basic button-up shirt, or you can make it with this little tie detail down here. I probably would not make it with the tie because I don't like to draw attention to the fact that I don't have much of a waistline. So I probably would not make it with a tie, but you can also make it as a basic button-up shirt here. I'll show you on the next page. So you can see there, you can make it either way with the tie detail, or you can make it with the button-up. So, yeah. So those are some that I've recently picked up. So what I wanted to talk just briefly about, and I've been thinking about this more and more. I'm in this women's book group that I've talked about before, and we are reading Burnout right now. And the section that we read was about the bikini industrial complex and how women are taught to basically hate our bodies. No matter what you look like, it's never good enough, basically. And certainly if you're a larger woman like me, or as you get older, Um, you're told that it's not good enough. Okay. You're never beautiful enough, or whatever. And this gets in our head from a very early age. We're taught these things. And I've been thinking a lot during this pandemic as I prepare to go back to campus. I've sort of changed what would seem like my aesthetic pretty drastically on the outside. Obviously the tattoos are one obvious sign of that. I'm starting on this arm in May. Getting my nose re-pierced is another one. But what I realized, I made a realization as I was thinking about, as I was cleaning my closet out and getting rid of clothes that I couldn't wear anymore. When I moved home, I wanted to belong. And I think that's natural. Everybody wants to belong. And so I morphed myself into whatever I felt like would fit into the circles where I felt like I could belong. Right. Because I didn't have sort of an existing community when I moved back. I had kind of flown under the radar when I was in high school because I was a book and band nerd. And so I didn't have a social circle, which that's fine. I'm kind of glad that I didn't. But when I moved back, I connected with some people where I worked and tried to make friends with this person. And we were friends for a little while. And so I sort of morphed my aesthetic according to her opinion and advice. And so I went through a phase where I wore a certain style of clothing that was mostly like I shopped at Coldwater Creek and Talbot's and places like that. Then, after I no longer hung out with her for various reasons, she was going through a nasty divorce and was just in not a very good place. One of the people that I hung out with was a barrel racer, and she liked to go to barrel races and rodeos and all that stuff. And so I went through this phase where I wore a lot of Western shirts and I wore a lot of boots, and I still wear a lot of boots, and I still wear jeans. But I went through this phase of a very specific style of jeans and specific styles of shirts and the rhinestone belts and the whole business of that, which I still wear some of that stuff for horse showing, but that's not my aesthetic. Well, then as I hang around with my godson's family, that was more of, what I call Gap fashion. So Miss Me jeans, silvers, a certain style of shoe, certain style of t-shirt with blingy t-shirts and all this stuff. And, and I liked the jeans. They fit well. Of course, I'm too big to wear them now, but they fit well. And that was one thing that I did learn is I could wear clothing that was more fitted. And still, so I learned something from all of these periods that I went through, but none of those were really who I was. And about the last 3 or 4 years, I've just kind of been adrift. I dated someone for a while who was kind of on me about my appearance and my weight. And I went through, and I really struggled with my self-image. And, then slowly over time, I've started rediscovering who I was. First step that I took to that end was I stripped the color out of my hair. I used to keep my hair dyed red, like crazy red mixture, purples and all that. But it was very difficult to maintain because you had to, maintain it. And the person that was doing my hair was extremely difficult to pin down for an appointment. I started going and getting my nails done regularly again. I decided recently I was going to do these tattoos that I'd been thinking about for years, thinking about doing like full sleeve tattoos on both arms. And there will be more probably than that, but we'll talk about that later. Wanted my nose done again. I used to wear a nose ring when I was in Oklahoma and I liked it. That was who I was. That was my decision. And I took it out and it's time to have it again. So what I realized is I had let that person that I was in Oklahoma when I was discovering starting to discover who I was and what I believed and the things that I thought were important, I'd kind of let that person go dormant. I don't want to say they died, because they didn't, but they went dormant because I was trying so hard to fit in somewhere. And over the last year, we haven't been able to congregate. We haven't been able to socialize. And what it's done for me is it's let me remember who I was without the static of expectation. I don't have to live up to anybody's standard anymore, because I remembered that, this is who I am. This is how I like to dress. I like to make my own clothes. I like to have a funky, cool vibe to the clothes that I wear. And, I think that the pandemic in that sense has been, Willie's one, and has been really good for me in the sense of that, because it has allowed me to quit worrying about trying to fit in and just be my own person in terms of my aesthetic. And also just as my expectations go. And I mean, we all want to belong somewhere, but you know what? You got to take me on my terms, not on your terms. So, that occurred to me, as I was cleaning out my closet, that I've kind of gone through this evolution. So anyway, as you see these changes start happening, just remember, this is not coming out of the blue. This is me. This is who I am and who I've always been inside, and kind of let that person go to sleep and, to try to fit in. But you know what? I've got friends that I've been friends with forever. And in fact, I messaged them today and told them thank you for always being my friend and taking me for who I am and not expecting me to fit their form, because that matters. So anyway, so I hope that you've enjoyed looking at the patterns in the fabric. I am going to do a fitting video for a full bust adjustment, because these shirts that I'm going to make have it in there, because they're up to double and triple D cups. So yay. Anyway, so so that's my words of wisdom, such as they are, for sewing. We'll see y'all soon. Bye.